Hi guys, welcome back to Sasomi's Crypto. So today we'll be looking at something very exciting. You remember we are looking at the Solana ecosystem, its blockchain, wallets, DeFi protocols, and all that good stuff. So today I'm just going to try to explain some concepts that I've been meaning to, and I'm going to use Solana DeFi protocols to try to explain these things to you guys. So with the examples, I feel most persons are going to understand it better. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button to know when these awesome tutorials come up. So let's just dive right in. So we are going to make use of the Radium AMM, right? So now I've heard so many people get confused about what DeFi is all about. So basically DeFi is just decentralized finance. What that means is everything you can do in your traditional finance, you can actually do it permissionless on the blockchain. So for example, you can borrow money from your bank and pay interest. You can do it on the blockchain. You can lend money. You can do it on the blockchain. You can take an insurance cover. You can do it on the blockchain. So you can save money on your bank. You can save money on the blockchain. You can earn interest on your bank. You can earn interest on the blockchain. So decentralized finance is more like everything you can do in the real world with a traditional institution, with a traditional finance institution. You can actually do it permissionless on the blockchain, meaning there is no middleman. Okay, you don't need to give your bank your money to hold, and then your bank goes and loans that money to someone else and collects interest, and then bank pays you small amount of interest per year or per month. No, you don't need that. All you have to do is on the blockchain, whichever blockchain you choose, you can offer your assets for as a lender, and someone comes to borrow it and then pays you interest directly. Or you can stake your assets, or you can do so many things with your assets depending on the blockchain. So now I'm going to explain some what DeFi is all about, which I think I've actually explained it. It is decentralized finance, and then I'm going to look at explaining to you guys what is staking, what is lending and borrowing, which I feel you understand what lending and borrowing is. Then what is liquidity provision, right? How do you provide liquidity? What is it all about? So with this interface, right, this is Radium. If you followed our previous tutorial, you already know what Radium is. It's an AMM on the Solana network, on the Solana blockchain, right? So yeah, so let's go into how do I stake. What is staking, right? So here, staking is very simple, right? Which is, it involves you having an asset. So let's say you have BNB, right? What it involves is you put up your BNB to a smart contract or to a platform and say, hold my BNB and pay me interest monthly, right? What it means is lock up my BNB for a specific period of time and pay me interest. So if you stake your BNB, you have a chance of getting more BNB, which they might say, okay, they are paying you 5% APR or 10% APR, right? So you get that money by locking up your BNB. A second type of staking is you stake one asset. For example, you stake BNB and then they are giving you allies. Okay, so that is basically what staking is. So at the end of a staking period, most likely you get back your staked token and the token you staked for. So meaning you give it back your BNB, your total amount of BNB, and then the allies you got. So for example, let's go to staking here on Radium. So already I have 58.9 Ray, which is the token for Radium. I have 58.9 Ray, and the APR here is 45.9. When I started, it was around 52%, right? So I staked 58.9 Ray, and this is my pending reward, 1.2 Ray. So meaning me staking this Ray, I'm being paid this amount currently. I've staked this thing for like a week or so now. So meaning I have made 1.2 Ray. So that's the first example I gave you. You stake a particular kind of token to get more of that token, right? This is what it is. So that is basically what staking is. So you can stake a token and get more of it, or you can stake a token and get another token. That does not mean you will lose the token you staked. No, you will get it back. So assuming I wanted to, if I click on this, see, I can harvest this. What it means is I want this 1.2 array that I've gained. I can harvest it and it will be sent to my wallet. Here I can click on this to unstake. So if I wanted to unstake my 58.9 ray, if I click stake ray, that is, if I had more ray on my wallet to add to the ray that I have, staked. So I believe this is very simple to understand. So what it means by liquidity is this is the amount of ray that people have staked on this platform. So we have about 8.2 million ray that people have actually staked on this platform. So that is what staking is all about. So when you hear staking, is not a big thing. This is what staking is. So now for the second kind of example that I gave you, let's come to accelerator. Now remember when I said you could stake a particular token and get another token? Yeah, so this is a staking that happened, So here what happened is there's this token media. So we were asked to stake media for you to have a chance of we are asked to stake ray, right, which we've staked here, for we to have a chance of buying media. Okay, so sometimes you might be asked to stake a particular token for you to be able to get into an IDO. So we all know what an IDO is, an initial DEX offering. So some platform might tell you, like Binance might say, go and stake BNB for you to have a chance of buying this new token at a very cheap price, because the moment we launch this token on our exchange is going to moon. But then for you to be able to buy the new token, you have to stake BNB. So we staked ray for us to be able to buy media. Okay, so I hope that you understand that part. So let me go to the part of liquidity provision. What exactly is liquidity provision, right? So we know that in an order book kind of exchange, which Binance, FTX, OKX, Huobi, HitBTC, they deal with what we call an order book, right? So you go, you place your order on the exchange and someone comes and take your order. That's how trades are matched, right? So but then these AMMs, Uniswap, SushiSwap, the rest, they don't have order books. They don't make use of order books. They make use of what we call swaps, right? So but then these swaps, you have to provide liquidity. Someone has to put up his money for someone else to take his money, you get? So let me try to explain how it is. If I wanted to sell my soul for USDC, right? So if I clicked on maximum, like 5.5 soul, I will get $337. I have soul, but I don't have USDC. Who is going to give me this USDC? Right? Have you asked yourself that question? Who is going to give me this USDC? There's no Radium. Radium does not keep money, right? Because my wallet is connected here. Radium doesn't keep money. Okay, so someone would have provided liquidity. Someone would have provided USDC, right, to Radium, for Radium to be able to swap this my 5.5 soul. So I exchange this soul to get this USDC. So if people provided liquidity of, let's say, 1 million USDC, this is from that 1 million, that is where this money is going to come out from. You get? So why would people want to provide liquidity? Because they get fees, they get a share of the fees. So if you see here, half price, slippage, I'm going to actually pay a fee for this thing. So that is where people that provide liquidity get their monies from. So now if I click on liquidity, so this is how I add the liquidity. So let's say I have soul, I have Sol in my wallet. I have 5 Sol. Now, for you to understand how liquidity works, you have to provide 2 pair. So let's say I want to provide liquidity for Sol USDC, right? So, and you need to have those 2 pairs. So I have Sol 5.5, and let's say I have USDT 0.8. So that is where I want to provide liquidity. So if I say I want to provide liquidity for 1 Sol, I need to have 44 USDT, and I don't have up to that amount, right? So that's why I say insufficient USDT balance. So now I need to provide, because I have about 0.8 USDT, I have to find the amount of Sol that will give me. This is too small. Let me see if this will work. Okay, I think this will work. Okay, nice. So if I say I want to provide 0.014 Sol and 0.6 USDT to the liquidity, the pool liquidity will have more than 5,468 Sol and more than 240,000 USDT. So this is where my own liquidity, the money that I'm adding to this pool, goes. So if I click on this supply, what it does is it's going to minus 0.014 Sol and 0.62 USDT from my account, and it's going to add it to the liquidity pool. You understand? So that with that I have provided liquidity. Now if I provide liquidity, they'll give me a token. That token is called LP token, liquidity provision token. That is what it means, LP token. Now we must have been hearing about farming. What is farming? Farming involves use of variety of strategies. Okay, so for example, if I provide liquidity, naturally I get a share of this pool liquidity. So all the fees that are paid for people that are swapping Sol to USDT or USDT to Sol, they pay a fee. I am going to share in that amount of fee that they pay. So that fee that you pay when you swap between currencies, someone else has a percentage cut in it. So picture it like this: that when you go to Binance and you pay a fee for swapping, for trading on Binance, that Binance is actually paying people those fees. Well, then Binance doesn't anyway, because Binance is a centralized exchange that makes use of order book. But this decentralized exchanges pays people to provide liquidity. So by you doing that, you're actually farming. By you providing liquidity, you're actually making money by providing liquidity. But then there's what they call LP token. If I click on supply, right, it shows making transactions. So I would have to confirm this thing on my wallet, this transaction on my wallet. And if I actually confirms that transaction, they will give me what is called an LP token, right? So what I will now do with that LP token is I'll come to something like Fusion here, right? And you can see Fidare LP token, meaning, so what I'm going to go look for is Sol USDT. Now unfortunately there's no Sol USDT here, right? So me providing liquidity for that pool, I only make money from the fees, right? But then let's say I provided liquidity for let's say Step USDC. Okay, if I provided liquidity for Step USDC, all I need to do is come here, stake that LP token, and we understand what staking is, which is put up a token, either earn more of that token or earn another token. So if they give me that LP token and I come here and click stake token, automatically it's going to ask me how much of that token I want to stake. So if I click max, which I don't have any, but if I click max or any amount, I get to stake down my LP token, and then I make more of this step. So I already have provided liquidity because I provided liquidity for Step USDC, okay, and I stake that LP token here, that LP token is 26. That doesn't mean I have 26 step. No, it's more than that, but it's kind of gives you a number and all that stuff. So that is what you stake. So I staked it, and I've been able to farm 63.7 step. You understand? So that is where the farming comes. So I'm making money two ways. The first way I'm making money is by providing liquidity, because people are actually paying me fees, right? People are paying me fees as they swap between step USDC or USDC step. They pay me fee. And also I also make money because I staked down my LP token to farm more steps. So I'm making money two ways. So that is basically what farming is about. So another way you can farm, for example, is if you go to a lending/borrowing protocol. I think Mango Markets on the Solana ecosystem does that. Let's say I provide a collateral, not a collateral, I provide an asset. Let's say I provide a SOL, right? And I give it to this platform and say people can borrow my SOL and pay me interest. So when I provide that SOL, they give me a token, more like an IOU, to show that I have provided a certain token to them. So now I am receiving interest because someone will get to borrow my SOL, right? But then that token they gave me, I can use that token and go and stake it somewhere else to farm another coin. So that is what they call farming. It's strategy. It's more like you go to the bank and borrow money, or you go to the bank, you borrow money from the bank, and you're paying interest to the bank, and then you use that money that you borrowed and go and do business, or even use that money that you borrowed, go and borrow it to another person, and that person is paying you higher percentage. You get? And then when the person pays that higher percentage, you use it and go and pay the bank and keep the difference. So in the blockchain sphere, that is called farming. You are farming different tokens, you're farming different crops per se, or even if you're farming the same token, but then you're gaining extra, you're gaining more. So that is what farming basically is all about. So so the aim of this tutorial is to also explain this concept of farming and staking, and also to make you understand that what liquidity provision is all about, and also for you to see that basically when you provide liquidity, you can stake your LP token. So if I provide liquidity for feeder rail, that's bond feeder radium LP token, I can stake it, and then I'm going to make, they're actually going to pay me two different tokens. So they call it dual yield. So these ones I'm farming is not dual yield, they only pay me in step. But assuming I provide liquidity for feeder ray, they have dual yield, meaning they are going to pay me 25% ray, 98% feeder. So I'm making two coins. I'm getting two coins just by providing liquidity. Same thing here, oxygen ray. So I would have got 33% oxygen, 33% ray, 64% oxygen. So this is just it's just as simple as that. And also I'm also providing liquidity for media USDC. So the LP token, I staked that liquidity token, and I've been able to make about 0.72 ray, and one ray is about $152, right? So I'm making money two ways also here, because I'm making money via fees paid to people that are swapping between these two assets, and then also I am making money, I'm making more media, I'm getting more media. I think the best way for you guys to appreciate farming is when you use a yield aggregator like step.finance. This is for what's it called, this is for Solana only, so they are still in their alpha stage. So let me hook up my wallet and show you guys what it looks like. So yeah, my wallet is connected. So what a yield aggregator does is it looks at your address and it shows you all the assets in your address and everything you're doing, all the farming, all the staking, all the liquidity provision, everything you're doing with that address. It shows you everything. But if you go into my wallet and you clicked on my wallet, you can only find the tokens that I hold or the asset that I hold. You will not get to know how much I'm farming. So as you can see here, you know that I'm holding Solana, 5.5 Solana. I'm holding 1.6 step. I'm holding 1.9 USDC, 0.8. These ones are very small, you know. So this is what I'm holding. So everything I'm holding here in terms of tokens is just $250. So that you feel that is what is in this wallet only, but that is not what is in this wallet, because I am farming. My assets are being staked on other platforms or on other protocols. So now what a yield aggregator does is it shows you your wallet, what you have in your wallet. So it shows you that I have asset of $312. I think they're slightly different, but they are not supposed to be that wild. I think probably where they are sourcing their information from. This Solana, step, USDC, USDT, so yeah, 315. So here you see yield farming. So I'm farming for yield. Okay, so what that means is in Radium you can see that I'm farming step USDC. Okay, now see the total value. So here it shows you that I have 172 step. Okay, and I'm holding 601 USDC. Right, so you now see my pending reward, $220, which is 63.7 step that I've just made. Now if you come to Radium, you remember I'm staking Radium, so I have 58. Sorry, this is my pending reward, $17, because I found about 1.2 Radium. So this is 58.9 Radium I have staked, currently worth $816. So also remember I'm farming. I staked the LP token media USDC, so I've made $9 on that by making 0.07 media, and I have 0.88 media staked with 121 USDC. So sites like this or platforms like this makes you to know how much you have in your wallet. So total, I have about $2,800 in this wallet, farming in this wallet. So that is it, guys. So I just hope I have been able to make you understand what farming is, what staking is, what liquidity provision is, without making this video too long. Okay, without making this whole thing too long. Right, so here you can actually see other farms too. This is only for Ray. So Ray USDT, Ray USDC, Ray Ethereum, Ray Sol, Ray Ethereum. So if I was providing liquidity, if I did provide, I would just come here and stake it. So that is farming. So this is how much I make. 132 APY. So Solana is known for giving great APY currently. So you can see the amount of liquidity, staked assets. This is 65 million. I think the highest is media. No, sorry, the highest is step. Sorry, Fusion. Step has the highest, is the most liquid asset in Solana currently, about 125 million dollars staked. So that is it, guys. So I hope I've been able to demystify what is staking, what is farming, what is liquidity provision, and all that stuff. But if you're not satisfied, or if you don't understand a thing or two, you can pop right in at our Telegram group, ask your questions, and then I'll be glad to clarify any misconceptions or confusions. But till then, don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the notification button, and stay safe, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.